the orientation isn't fine, then let me know as well if I need to swivel my camera around. So how's your journey going? Let me know if you started your lock journey. Doesn't matter if your lock journey is the same as mine. It can't be the same as mine, to be honest. But I mean, are you free forming, or are you, what's the word? Are you doing something else? Let me know. And if you're joining in from somewhere in the world where I am unfamiliar with, leave a comment in the comment section or the chat. Let me know where you're joining in from. I am live here from the United Kingdom, from the UK, England, Britain, Great Britain, whichever one you want to call it. And right now I'm just busy. I did a short just a minute ago as to what I'm doing, but right now I just fancy taking some time out to harvest these rosemary that I will be exporting to another part of the world. Yeah. So what have we got? We've got some here. So here you go. Lots of it. Can you see it? Lots of the rosemary. I'll show you a big bunch. My journey is going really well. Thank you for joining. Hello. Hi. So I'm just harvesting some rosemary right now. This is what I fancy doing today. It's part of my simple living. I picked these up on my walk yesterday. I had to pop out to pick up something, and I've been wanting to get some. I really need to plant some of my own, really, because rosemary is just wonderful. But do you ever use rosemary? And if you do, what do you use it for? Anyway, in terms of my journey for my locks, I hope you can see them. It's going really well. Really, really well. Thank you for joining. Let me know in the comment section or in the chat, who's joining live. They are growing, gotten so thick and just luscious, and yeah, just they're going really, really well. Still got my cowrie shells in. Took one out the other day. I hope it's not glitchy as well. But yeah, I had some stringy pieces that were going to fall off, so I pulled them off. I don't tend to like to pull them off, but those ones were really stringy, so I just pulled those ones off, maybe one or two of them, but they've gotten really, really, really thick. Excuse me. So they've gotten really thick. I hope you can see them. Anyway, yeah, so leave something in the comment section, please, if you don't mind. Let me know how you are getting on with your journey. So what have I been doing differently with my locks? Not much. I've not been doing much differently. I have been, what have I been doing? Just keeping them clean, keeping them tidy. Keeping them clean, not tidy. There's nothing else you can do about them. They're as tidy as they want to be. So I've been keeping them clean. I think what I will do is when I'm done with all these stalks, what I'm going to do is give the shaft of these a scrape them down and expose some of these bits so that maybe they'll germinate. I think if you grow anything, have you grown rosemary? I wanted to say strawberries, but I don't know where I'm getting strawberries from. Maybe I'd like to grow some strawberries in future, but if you've grown rosemary, tell me how you grow yours. Do you grow them from seed, or do you grow them from already growing, or do you grow from a small shrub, so to speak? Yeah, how do you grow your strawberries or your herbs generally? So anyway, what I do is I just take it and I just give it a pull. I just pull it down like that, and everything just falls off, or most of it falls off there. And I'm not particular about getting um, having every individual piece off of the stalk. If I get little branches come away with it, it's perfectly fine. It's all part of the um, getting all the properties out of it. So it doesn't need to be like single pieces like that. Even pieces like this are perfectly fine. And these ones are still attached, so that's perfectly fine. I'll remove as many as I can, but I think even that thicker stalk in the middle is quite good as well. And you can make tea from it. You can make a rinse from it, a herbal rinse. You can probably make some sort of detox tea from it, I think, because it's so pungent. Rosemary is so pungent. So I'm just like, yeah. So anyway, I hope you've been checking out the channel and all the shorts and the videos that I've done some awesome videos and had some amazing comments as well from you all, which is really nice, and I appreciate it so very much, so very much. Send you all my warm wishes and greetings. I hope everyone's doing well. And what's the season like where you are? Is it hot? Is it autumnal? Is it getting cold? Is it raining? Is it foggy? Is it monsoon season? Are you in between seasons? Yeah. Do you have a favorite season? For me, I have to be honest. My favorite season is always when it's sunny and just puts a bounce in my step and makes me feel also wonderful. So yeah, I love the warm season. I just think it's just amazing for my all-round well-being, my mental state, my hair, my skin. Once I'm in the cold, it kind of dries me out. You know, it dries out my skin, and yeah. Oh, also, one thing that I've been experiencing lately, which is really not a good thing, but I'm going to share it, is I have been having an allergic reaction to something either on my fabric, my clothes. I'm thinking it might be soap. So I've been working on figuring it out, but it's really scarred me. If you can see, you might see a black mark here and another one around my neck. And I've got it in even parts of my body where they're much larger now. They're not raised or anything like that. But I've noticed when I put on my clothes, my clean clothes after they're washed, I get this allergic reaction where my skin just feels like it's burning, like something's burning my skin's on fire. So I've moved away from having my clothes washed with traditional or commercial soaps and detergents and fabric cleaners. I'm going towards using natural soap. I'm using soap nuts. I think they come from Asia. They're found in the Asian part of the where Asians are located. It's just like nuts, but you can use it for washing clothes. And apparently, these soap nuts have been used for centuries for washing clothes and washing to keep things clean. So I found that to be more gentle on my skin. I never used to be sensitive to commercial products or commercial detergents, but all of a sudden I seem to be, and it's even around my a lot of it is around my butt area where I guess my fabric sits on my skin a lot more, and it's just really scarred my skin a lot. You know, really badly scarred my skin, as if I have a burn on. So the scarring is definitely more superficial because there are no um, open wounds or anything like that. No, it's turned my skin really black and dark. And yeah, every time I put on the clothes that's been washed, it just seems to be getting worse. But I don't know if you can see, there's a black mark here somewhere. But I definitely, a couple of days ago, this was all scabby. See, a black one here is all scabby, and I don't want it disfiguring my face, but it seems to be around somewhere around my armpit, underneath my, just around here. Also where the clothes hit my skin, and of course, when I'm sitting down, I'm sitting on the fabric and it's touching my skin, so it's around my butt area. But I have to be careful that this doesn't really damage my skin. But anyway, I'm embracing my scars as well because there's not much I can do about it. And I'm using shea butter at the moment to just help it to clear it up. Because, excuse me, sorry for putting my hand on the camera. I know if I go to my doctor, he's just going to prescribe maybe some steroids and things like that to clear it up. And not as much as I want to clear it up, I don't really want to go and take something that has got more chemicals in it to cause me more damage or side effects. So I'm staying away from going to my doctor and just see how it goes. And the scarring is fading, but it's been going on and off for a few years now. And it doesn't happen all the time, but I notice that when it does happen, my skin is inflamed, and I've just got this tingling, this horrible, persistent tingling, and it just tingles and makes me feel really horrible, uncomfortable and painful as well. So anyway, yeah, at the moment, I am still enjoying my love journey, and I'm excited about it. And it's going well. I have no complaints. I can't remember the last time I even washed my hair, so maybe I'll wash it tomorrow because it's a bit late now. I don't know what time it is, but I might wash it tomorrow. Yeah, wash it tomorrow, give it a wash, and see how that goes. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. So much has been happening in the world. So much has been going on in the world right now that I think for me it's important to just look after myself and stay true to the core and do the things that keep me happy and bring me joy. I'm not worrying too much about whether I'm rich or I'm not rich. I think for me the most important thing is that I'm happy and I'm sound of mind, and able to function from day to day without feeling stressed out or worrying about things that I can't do anything about or change. Because with the best will in the world, we'll all like to have a certain amount of resources, whether that's time, finance. But I think for me, the most important thing right now is to have that peace of mind and just enjoy what life is bringing my way, which includes my loved ones, my family, my children, my friends, acquaintances, business clients. Yeah. Did you know that I, outside of non-conformist eyewear, where you are watching me right now, I have a passion for financial education for kids. I do have a channel here on YouTube called Sawyer's House, but I'm more active on Facebook, which is Sawyer's House, and I think there might be a link to my other channel on this channel here, but if it's not, if you fancy checking it out, you can. That's another side to me that you might not know. That's what kind of brought me to social media, to be honest, my business, and then over time I've veered into other areas. I got so much rosemary. Look at it, and my hands are covered in the juice coming out of it. Can you see that? Yeah, it smells so delicious, so delightful, so nice. So a few, I guess, bugs, just regular bugs, nothing major, nothing that's gonna cause any harm to me. This is from outside in the environment, so as to be expected. Um, but I'm not scared of bugs. So um, yeah. What else? Yeah. Are you working from home or are you back in your office? Now we are kind of post-COVID, so to speak, even though COVID hasn't disappeared. And tell me, and who are you enjoying on on social media right now? Who are some of the people you follow or enjoy watching? Could be about anything. It doesn't even have to be about looks. Um, for me, there's no particular person. Oh, there is that girl. Is it her name? Is that girl born in 75 or that girl of 75? She's got beautiful locks, reform locks. Think she's here on YouTube, but she doesn't. Hello. I think she's here on YouTube. I think her name is that girl something. I can't remember her name now. She's got a little daughter. I can't remember what state, but she also has freeform locks, and I think she's a makeup or aspiring makeup artist. I love her channel. Yeah, I love her locks. They're just amazing. Yeah. And then in terms of simple living, off-grid living, I like Isabel Page. If you've not checked out Isabel Page's channel, go check her out. She's really amazing with just living in her small cabin up in the mountains somewhere in the US. And her videos are just so relaxing and enjoyable. It really makes you want to aspire to just living a more simple life. Maybe not necessarily exactly the way she lives, because she is a DIY connoisseur and she's just really good at it. But even if we can't all do exactly what she's doing, it's really good to just um, live live in a way where we can close our doors to the outside world sometimes and just be in our own self and really reconnect with nature and reconnect with ourselves, and you know have those lonely times. And she's not lonely or on her own, but she enjoys even her own time to be by herself and just be one with nature and her pets, and just wander out into nature and up into the mountains, and take a walk every day, see the sunset, see the sunrise, and all those beautiful things, and travel when she can travel. She's an influencer, but she just really many just regular human beings can identify with her as a regular human being. So I enjoy her videos. Her name again is Isabel Page. ISABI, sorry, BEL, Isabel. I think once you put that in, it'll come up. And I think Page is PAGE or PAIGE. Yeah, she's got tons of videos. And yeah, who else am I enjoying? I'll be bringing a lot more content to the channel, which showcases my simple life, other areas of my simple life, whether that's my home decor, or whether it's what I eat, my pets, what else, my locks, of course, just things that I enjoy doing, or whether it's journaling. I'm a big journal person. I like journaling and writing down my thoughts on paper. It helps me to, you know, be grateful for the things that I have, even though it's not much, and to actually reflect and look back on the things that I've, you know, experienced and accomplished, and the things that I do want to accomplish in life. This year, I will be celebrating a milestone on this earth, which is really, really wonderful. I know there's people who never even made it to this milestone that I'm going to be reaching. So I'm going to be sharing some of what I do. Um, yeah. Some days I want to put the camera on and I just like, oh, I can't be bothered. But today I was like, why not? I'm sitting here just plucking these um, rosemary, and I thought, yeah, switch on the camera, go live. It's been a minute since I went live on here, so put on the camera, go live. You know, I've not had a shower yet. I've not washed or anything. Not even had breakfast yet, and I don't know what time it is. But hey, who cares about looking perfect for the camera? Just be yourself, and you know, be yourself. And the days when I'm all stooshed up and spruced up, then yeah, you'll see me on those days. And the days that I'm not, then so be it. That's life, that's reality. But yeah, I've got so much that I want to do. Yeah, this year has been an interesting year, but these last few months has been quite interesting for my family, my children, my nephew, my sister, because the kids are going on to new transition into a new stage in their lives, new journey in terms of, adult. Two of them are adults. My own daughter has become an adult in the last year. My nephew also is just become an adult. My nephew and my daughter are the same age, so they're both adults and they're getting on with their lives. And I've got a 16-year-old who is also venturing into a new chapter in her life, and we are very, very excited about that. So it's nice when the kids are also getting on and doing their own thing. It's just wonderful. And knowing that one has raised them the best way possible with the best resources that we have and the best knowledge and experiences um, that one can instill in them. So I don't take that for granted. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to parent my daughters and my nephew as well, being instrumental in his life, including all the work my sister, his mom, does with him. So we're very grateful that they are turning out to be decent members of society and making their contribution to this world, this very beautiful world, and this very challenging world, and sometimes callous world, and this enjoyable and just eye-opening world that we're living in. The world just has so much um, that is throwing at us right now. So I'm doing all that. I'm also at the moment, or what else am I doing? I'm also at the moment undertaking a digital leadership boot camp program that I'm part of a cohort. So I'm really enjoying that. A few years ago, I'd say about 6 or 7 years ago, I undertook a similar professional training, which was just leadership. It was just a leadership training, and that was really good. But now we live in a world, didn't know at the time that 6 years later we will definitely be more into the digital online world. So now I'm taking a similar course in digital leadership, which is good. So some of the things I learned many years ago have come up again, but there's some new things like leading a team remotely and business skills for e-commerce and project management, um, different types of um, methodologies for managing a project and which is the best. So I'm taking some of those skills, even how to resolve conflict. I'm taking some of those skills and applying it into my personal life, not just business, professional life, but also my personal life, things like how to deal with conflict. And there is no family out there who can say they've never had conflict before. And it may not be major, it may just be on a very low level, but how to deal with those situations the best way and be very objective and non-judgmental and impartial, impartial when you're dealing with conflict whether it's in the home or in the work or business environments. So that's been really an eye opener, and I also having to complete tasks and assignments which aren't scored. They're not scored at assignments or tasks that I have to do where I have to get so much percentage to get through the program. But it's just nice to be able to challenge myself and do these um, task. Also, what I've found doing this training is that I've become much better at organizing my time. I'm less of a procrastinator now. I used to be a chronic procrastinator, although many people have their ideas about procrastination and how it's the thief of time and how it's bad and it's negative and I agree with that to some degree. But I've also found that being a procrastinator in some occasions has been really helpful for me because I do find times where I enjoy working under pressure, not all the time, but when I do procrastinate, I find that there are times where I feel like I need to get on with it now, Deborah. You really need to press on, and I've produced my best work in those situations. But overall, it's not something I enjoy doing because I found that the negatives that come from procrastinating has far outweighed the benefits of doing things on time. Like it eats into my time for things that may come up in future that I didn't envisage. So if I procrastinate, I find then I'm excuse me, rushing around to do what I should have done ages ago. So I've become better, with not procrastinating since I started this leadership program. And the leadership program it doesn't teach anything about procrastinating. No, it's just that I know that I have that program to do, that course to do. So therefore, I need to organize myself better and then get things done. Like doing the task I have to do after each session, I get on top of it and I finish it very quickly. And I know that there are colleagues of mine on the program who have not been able to, for whatever personal reasons. I don't know the exact reasons, but I know they ask me, have you done your task? And are you on top of your task? And I say, yeah, I'm on top of it. And they're like, wow, that's really good. I'm still trying to catch up. And yeah, some of them all of us have other, responsibilities in our life, but just like I do. So I've been able to stay on top of those tasks without playing catch up. So that's given me a boost in my confidence in terms of knowing that, well, Deborah, you don't really need to be procrastinating unnecessarily. Just because you don't mind working under pressure, that doesn't mean that you should just procrastinate for the procrastinating. Get what you need to do and get it out of the way. So yeah, that's been a positive. Then I've also been enjoying spending time with my younger daughter. I have two of them, like I said, but I found that there's times where we'll join up together and do things as a family, but also just finding time for each one of them, appreciating them. They're individuals in their own right, and their needs are different. Their ages are different. Yes, they're both girls, but their needs are different. So setting aside time for each of them to spend time with them, so they have that personal one-on-one with me where I can just find out what's going on in their lives and connect with them on a mom to daughter level and bond more with them. They've really enjoyed it. I know my younger one has said it to me, Mom, I really enjoy this time. And I've always spent time with them and done things outside of the home, not just being a mom with them in the four corners of our home, but also outside of home. But I know that my younger daughter is really enjoying these times where we just decide, hey, where should we go? And we just jump on the train and we go somewhere and we have such a laugh and we'll be laughing and giggling and people will be looking at us thinking, what's making these ones laugh? But something silly will make us laugh and we'll, stop over and pick up a cup of tea somewhere and go use the bathroom and then come out again and continue and just, just do things, as human beings do. So, and I am enjoying it too. I really enjoy spending that quality time with her, that personal one-on-one with her, just to find out how life is for her and teach her some things and talk to her and learn from her too. Not only just teaching her and educating her about life in general, being a young lady, but also just learning from her as well. They teach me a lot. Might think that as parents we know everything, but that's not true. They live in a different world from the world I lived in when I was their age. I can imagine. I can think back to that age, 16 and 18. Life was completely different. We didn't have all this social media, and they're really smart kids. The kids of this generation are really some very smart kids. So there's a lot to learn from our young people. For me personally, anyway, I don't look down on them and say just because I've been on this earth longer than them, I know everything. No. There's a saying that says, a man who thinks that he knows it all, or a woman who thinks she knows it all, never learns. You never learn if you think you know it all. So, and I'm constantly on that journey and pathway of wanting to learn and be better at what I do. So anyway, that pretty much is it. This is a long live video. I hope you enjoy it. If you catch this on the replay, then leave a comment in the section that you replay viewer, and let me know in the comment section, your thoughts on some of the questions I've asked. You can replay it, rewind it, and comment as you go along. It doesn't matter if you comment 10 times, that's fine. It won't be seen as spam, because my comments are moderated anyway, so I get to see whether I want to post the comments before I post them. So comment, I do the same. Sometimes I'll watch a video, 5 minutes into the video, I'll pause it, then I'll comment. Then, I watch another 5 minutes later on and I see I'd like to comment again. And I don't bother editing my previous comment. I'll just put a new comment in. So feel free to comment. The more comments you make, the more the channel grows, and it helps YouTube to see that we are engaging nicely on this platform. So please do go ahead and leave your comments or your questions. And also, if there's any topics you would like me to cover, sometimes I feel like I'm running out of ideas to share in terms of, what to talk about my free from love journey. But I'm sure there's something that maybe you'd want me to talk about. And bear in mind that I am not the expert. I just share what I know and what I feel and what I do with my own journey with my own locs. But it may not be the same for you, and it's never going to be the same for you. So yeah, yeah. Oh, and another YouTuber that I enjoy watching. I don't know. I haven't seen any of his videos lately. It's Troy Blyden. Troy. Yeah, I always talk about him. Troy. Troy is one of those YouTubers also that I enjoy watching. And Kimberly, who has the almost full head of gray. I love watching Kimberly's videos. She doesn't do videos like every week. I think she does them maybe once a month. And of course, Body Culinary as well. Body Culinary posts literally every day. If it's not a video or live, she's doing a shorts. I love Body Culinary as well. She's really amazing with the radical self-acceptance of living, accepting, just how we have been created and making do with it. So on that note, I'm going to sign out now, and thank you so much for watching again. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting, and sharing your ideas and your suggestions, and yeah, all of that great stuff. So until next time, ciao ciao.